What's up, guys? Apologies about that restart there. There was a bit of a technical issue at my end. But anyway, I'm your host, Craig. You're very welcome along to the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. As you can see from the show title tonight, I'm a little bit worried about heading into this weekend's game against West Ham with the lack of centre-backs that we have. We've got Virgil van Dijk and that's good. It's always great to have big Virg there. On top of that then, who are you looking at? Well, you've got no Joe Gomez. You've got no Dejan Lovren. Although he is fit, he's just not match fit, so he probably won't be risked. You've got no Klavan, obviously, and you've got no Joel Matip. And you guys have heard me say time and time again, it's not fucking unusual for us to have no Joel Matip. This is one of my major issues with him, but, you know, we are where we are. But first game of the season, I know some teams have had issues as well. Players come back late from the World Cup and things like that. But to have absolutely no centre-back going into partner Virgil van Dijk, no first-team centre-back, seems absolute madness. On the very, very first game of the season. Could this be the time for young Nat Phillips to step in and fill those shoes? He was brilliant during pre-season, had absolutely no issues with him whatsoever. Himself and Jones were tremendous. Is this going to be a time for him to seize that opportunity and really stake his claim to play in the first team squad? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what Klopp decides. I see some people coming into the chat already. Good evening, Louis. Good evening, Frankie. Good evening to everybody out there. I hope you're enjoying your Friday night so far. As I said, we have a lot to get through. The Premier League is back. The Premier League is back, folks. Tonight we see Manchester United beat Leicester City by 2-1. Always great to have the Premier League back. I'm over the moon. I have to say, I'm really over the moon that it's back. For some reason, my chat isn't coming up as clear as you guys, but we'll work with it and see what we can do. The Raptor says, well, hey, first like for the first time. I like it, chaps and chapesses. If you guys didn't see, I'm sure you have. We'll talk about it a little bit more as well as the show goes on. But we've got some new videos up on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel today. The Raptor has released his first video on there. It's a short one, but it's an absolute beauty. So if you haven't looked at it, please do. Brilliant editing, brilliant personality, brilliant persona from the Raptor. And I'm delighted to have him on, delighted to have his first video up on the channel. So thank you, sir, for your contribution. I hope it's the first of many more. Then we also have another young man who joined the channel, who joined the Anfield Agenda family, Jack Gill, excuse me, Jack, how dare I? Jack Gill has posted his first video as well. Jack's going to be on our podcast and stuff going forward as well. So have a look at Jack's video. He had a bit of a preview ahead of the West Ham game, which is class as well. So as you see, as promised, the season has started. We're already up on the content that we're putting out there. And we hope you're enjoying it. And we hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. We've got two. So we've got the stream that we're going to talk about now, which is addressing the centre-back issue. But then I have one coming up later on for you guys. A new show, if you want to go with me. And we're going to start that one about 11 PM. And that one's simply going to be called Late Night. Late Night. So there you go. Nice and simple. Myself and Connor were thinking earlier on, we were working our little asses off trying to come up with a show title for this one. And you know what? We couldn't come up with anything better than the Late Night Agenda. There you go. So look, let's get into your comments actually, because this is your show. What are you thinking? How are you feeling about the centre-back issue? Are you as worried as I am? Or are you excited perhaps that we get to see young Nate Phillips step in? Tony said, when Klopp sees Matip and Klavan are too injury prone, we can push on to get players who don't have too many injury problems. Klavan isn't anywhere, in my mindset anyway, Tony, he's nowhere near the fucking level of Joel Matip for injuries. Matip can't go 5 games, it seems, without picking up an injury. I'm with you though, we do need to have people in there we can rely on, and we can't go into the season on the first game already down 3 or 4 centre backs. It's madness. Peppered is in. Good evening to you. Red is in. The Raptor is in. Frankie, as we said earlier on. Dave Trainer is in. Simon Rocks. Imran. Lots of people joining the chat now. How are you? Happy Friday, first and foremost. It's the start of the weekend. I hope you're ready. I hope you have some lovely plans. Hope you're having a couple of drinks wherever you are around the world with your mates, with your family. You're enjoying yourself. Premier League has started. The Premier League has started. We said this a little bit earlier on, but I'm happy. It's countdown now. It's countdown to the Reds' first game. The Raptor said, thanks mate, the two thing is the future, you know it. Bring it on. After watching that lot tonight, we've got nothing to fear, said Red. Simon Rock said, I'm back for another stream. Welcome back, mate. Junior said, hello. Guys, what did you make? This is a Liverpool stream, but we have to touch on the first game of the season, I suppose. What did you make of Manchester United? What did you make of Leicester City? How funny is it that it only took Manchester United 75 seconds to get a penalty? Now look, hands up, it was a stonewall penalty. There's no argument here on that one. It was a blatant penalty. It was a handball. You know, United didn't get a dodgy penalty, and it was a penalty, but Just their fucking luck, isn't it? 75 seconds into the first Premier League game of the season and they're already getting penalties already. It was an interesting game. Do you know what? Leicester impressed me during phases of that game, especially young Maddison, who was known to be a top class player, brought in from Norwich, was linked to Liverpool as well. But I really liked him. And again, Leicester hadn't got some of their first team players back, nor had United, to be fair to them. But 3 goals, first game of the season up and running. I'm delighted that the football is back. Thank God that's the end of watching United now for the weekend, because they're dull as fuck watching them. They really are. The Raptors said, centre back, what's up with that 1-1s we got? Well, Raptor, here we are, buddy, with the centre back issue. So Joe Matip out, Ragnar Klavan out, Dejan Lovren not ready by the looks of things, just back from the World Cup. Joe Gomez not available, so that leaves us with Virgil van Dijk and probably young Nate Phillips. Maybe Fabinho will drop back there, I don't know, but Fabinho's out for the game with a knock, so we're kind of up shit creek already on the first game in the centre back issue. But you know what? If we bring in young Nat Phillips, I've every confidence in the young man. He's done nothing but put in solid performances during pre-season. So the score of the United game was 2-1, by the way, if anybody doesn't know. A couple of people are asking there. Penalty, Paul Pogba took it. Then the second goal was scored by the left back, the fat fuck, what's his name? You guys know who I'm on about, the fat fuck left back that came from Southampton. Swears he's not fat, but he clearly is fat. So he scored the second one, and then it was, who scored? Jamie Vardy scored a header in off the post for the Leicester goal. Yeah, it was what it was. It was first game of the season. Leicester looked promising, dominated possession actually throughout the game, but you know, United took their chances, so 2-1 to United. What else have we got, guys? Junior, the rumours of him starting. Imagine watching this crap every week. Fuck him, and fuck him is right, Luke. Absolutely spot on, buddy. Be right back, says Tony. Pogba, sorry. I don't know what that's about. He was, you know what? In fairness to Paul Pogba, I did think he played very well tonight for Manchester United. He was certainly one of the better players. He looked strong on the ball. He always looked to make things happen. He was looking to step forward a lot of the time. Maybe having Fred in there for them will help release him at times. But look, I don't like to give compliments to United players, but I try and be fair when I can. And I thought Pogba was okay tonight. Apparently Fabinho went to the Liverpool doctor. Luke Shaw was left back, that's him, yeah. He was fucking awful. How the hell Jamie Carragher gave him man of the match, I don't know. He gave the ball away at least 6 times that I can remember. Dave said, watching the Man United tonight was like watching paint dry in a wet wall. I also joined your website tonight. Is the website up? See, that's how little I know. And maybe Connor has it up to do some work on it, I don't know. You know as much as I do, mate. I haven't got the nod yet from Connor on that one. Craig, thoughts on Liverpool away form this season? We've got to up it, Marlon, mate. We've really got to up it. At home last season we were unbeaten, as we all know, which is great to see. Really good record, but there was a couple of draws there we should have converted to wins. But yeah, you're right. Away from home, we really have to go and win more games this season. We cannot fall behind Manchester City at all. Not even from the start of the season. We have to hit the ground running. It's imperative that we put points on the board early. This is a big game already on Sunday. I'm sure the guys are raring to go. I've no doubts about that. I've no doubts the club has the team raring to go. Our front three are going to be dying to hit the ground running. I've no doubts we're going to win the game. I'm not at all nervous about the game. I'm just a little bit concerned about the centre-back issue. But maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe if we do have Nathaniel Phillips play, then maybe he cements the 3rd or 4th spot for himself. Tybach is in. Good evening, sir. Muniain is in. We need a centre-back on loan. Yep, I signed up. Looks great, said Dave. Thank you, Dave. There's still lots to go on it though, buddy. So shh. As I said, a few people extra have joined since we've started. There's 2 new videos up on the YouTube page tonight, guys. I don't know if you've seen them. Our very own The Raptor put up a video. It's a short one, but it's an absolute beauty. So if you get a chance, go on there, watch that. And then young Jack Gill, a new member of the Anfield Agenda team, he put up his first video, a bit of a preview ahead to the West Ham game of the weekend. So if you get a chance, guys, please do show your support to the lads. Jump on there, have a watch, give them a thumbs up and let them know what you think of their first contributions. And hopefully they're the first of many, because I was blown away by the 2 guys. Raptor is a fucking lunatic, and a lunatic in my sense of the word. A good lunatic, and I do love a crazy bastard, so get on it, lads. Get on them 2 videos. Lots of stuff coming up this weekend as well, guys, on the channel. Lots and lots of content. You're going to get a post-match point immediately after the game on Sunday. I'll be here doing a watch along. Then we'll be straight into a reaction show. Then you've got the Cop Council podcast coming up on Sunday night as well. Lots and lots and lots of content, all 100% free. Make sure you've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, you may miss out on it. You don't want to because it's the first game of the season. You're going to want as much Liverpool content as you can get, especially if you're anything like me. Because, I mean, I can't get enough of it. Whenever Liverpool play, I'm listening to podcasts from everywhere, all over the place. So if you are watching, you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and you'll get all our content absolutely free. What more do you want? Absolutely free. There you go. Back into the chat, guys. As I say, this is your show. You let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know your views. What's new? I didn't get a notification for the stream, says Ronald Rees. Maybe somebody can help Ronald out here. I've heard this said a few times by subscribers. When you subscribe to a channel, guys, and you guys know I've been open about the fact that I don't really watch much stuff on YouTube, do you have to click on something to turn on notifications? So if you're subscribed to a channel on YouTube, do you have to turn on a setting to receive notifications? A couple of people have asked me this over the months, and I haven't got an answer for them because I don't know. So you guys in there, I'm sure you guys know a lot more than me about turning on notifications and stuff. So if somebody could help them out and let them know how to do it or where it is, that would be very much appreciated, guys. Louis said, I want Shaqiri to start. He needs to play in that number 10 role. Seems we didn't get an attacking midfielder. Amadou said, Raptor looks like a whole bunch of my mates. Well, you must have good mates then, because the Raptor's an absolute star. Is it Chewan? Said 5-0 to us on Sunday. Salah hat-trick, Mane and Firmino goal each. I'm having that, mate. I'm having that. Why not? Salah hat-trick will do rather nicely. Simon Rock said, Craig, we should buy De Ligt. Can we have to knock the transfers on the head for the time being, guys. We've been through the window. It's all about actual football now, thankfully, until January anyway. He's a quality player, though. I do agree with you. Massive future. I think it's 40 million is his buyout clause, but yeah, he's gonna go places. I do agree, but unfortunately, that transfer window is over. Click the bell. A lot of people saying click the bell. So there you go. I don't know what bell he's talking about, but I'm sure somewhere beside our stream or something, or beside our channel notifications, there's a little bell or something. So the guys are telling you there, click the bell. I thought somebody was calling me a fucking bell end there for a minute. I just seen bell coming down the stream. Alison clean sheet, mate. I'm having that one as well. Says Shawan. Is it Shawan, mate? I do. If I'm pronouncing anybody's name incorrectly, I feel so bad about that one. I do apologise. I'm not doing it on purpose. Luke Skywalker said, what's your midfield 3 for Sunday, Craig? It is going to be Genie, Keita, and it comes down to if Fabinho's going to be fit. Do you know what? I'm going to go balls out and I'm going to say he's going to start Henderson. I know he's only just back, but I'm going to say Henderson, Keita and Genie. Let me know yours, Luke. Let me know yours. Put it into the chat there, buddy. I'd love to see as many people's midfield 3 as possible, because there's a lot of decisions for Klopp to make already. First game of the season and we're already wondering who's going to play where because we've got players missing already. Sean96 said, what did you think of the game, Craig? Honestly, I was impressed with Leicester. I was impressed with the way they were retaining possession and knocking the ball around. A couple of opportunities in the first half, I just felt if they had fallen to Jamie Vardy, like if he was on the field, obviously he didn't come on till the midway through the second half, but balls that were played through to Ian Nacho, I just thought to myself, if Jamie Vardy was in there now, he'd have probably got on the end of those. So I thought they were quite good. I thought Pogba played very well for Manchester United. Fred was quite quiet, although I don't really know what to expect from him because I haven't seen much of him, to be fair. Sanchez looked a little bit frustrated at times, but he was full of work. His work rate was tremendous. What else did I notice about that United team? Mata, I thought, looked quite tidy. Boy looked decent actually, but I thought Lindelof was a bit all in all, though, you know what, they got the job done. It's all about putting points on the board. I don't like to give Manchester United any credit, but they did the job. They got the win, 3 points on the board, and they'll march on as well. So up to us to do the same now on Sunday. Louis said, Craig, if Nat Phillips starts, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of worried about Nat Phillips going up against Marco Arnautovic. I hear you, mate, I hear you, but have faith. That's all I'm going to say. And Arnautovic is a big bastard, but Nat Phillips is no shrinking violet either. And he's going to have Virgil van Dijk beside him, marshal him through the game. And we're going to have the ball I'd say we're going to hit close to 70-75% possession perhaps during this game. So Liverpool will have the ball for the majority of the game. There's going to be a couple of occasions that they're going to look to play long to Arnautovic, and sometimes it's about defending the second ball. You may not be able to win the aerial duels against somebody like Arnautovic, but it is about winning the second ball. So you're going to have to watch the runners. We're going to have to, as you said, compete for the second ball. It's going to be difficult, but you know what, Louis, mate? I have full faith. He hasn't let us down in pre-season whatsoever, so let's see how he gets on if he drops in, and it could be the making of the guy. Lots of people saying, ring my bell, bells everywhere. So yeah, just click on the bell apparently is the way forward here. And thank you guys for that one. You always bail me out. You're almost saying it right, bud. See, there you go. Is it Chuan? You just let me know if I ever get it right. Or maybe you could phonetically spell it out for me so I can put it together and say it correctly. Because I always want to try and pronounce people's names correctly. Maybe Milner in the Hender role for me. Klopp trusts him. What about the 15 stitches though? Is he fit to play? I know people can wear bandages and stuff when they play, but 15 stitches is quite a lot, and you don't know how easy they may open. So I honestly haven't got a clue if he's had enough recovery time there to play. But if he is fit, then fucking damn right, drop Milner in there, 100%. Hasn't let us down once in that midfield role. I hope Klopp selects an attacking lineup. I think the midfield two in the centre is Shaqiri and an attacking centre mid. I think we're definitely going to see an attacking lineup, mate. I mean, I wouldn't have any doubts about that. We're at home, first game of the season. He's going to want to lay down a marker. We're going to go balls out for the win here. Don't you worry about that. Kill for Hire is in. Good evening to you, sir. Johnny said, listen, a win is a win, but I'm glad to say United were absolute dog shit, and I'm happy about that. Can't see them doing anything better than a top 4 finish at best. I'm with you on that. They're a solid team. We have to give them credit to that extent. They're a solid team. They're not the most exciting team in the world to watch, and thank fuck we don't have to sit through and watch them week after week. But yeah, look, it's not our job. But they got the win. You got to give them credit. They got the win. Took them a whole 75 seconds to get the first penalty of the season, but they got the win. Leicester had more possession. What a joke, said Johnny. Simon Rock says, everybody in the chat, and Craig also, what's your prediction for Arsenal and City? I have it down as a Man City win on my accumulator. And Dave, that reminds me, I'm going to call out my accumulator, Dave. You've asked me a few times for my Friday accumulator, so I'm going to bring it up now. So if anybody wants to copy it, let me know. But the accumulator that I've done for this Friday, and of course any proceeds from the wins will go to a charity at the end of the season, so we'll work it out between us. We'll figure out the best charities. But here's my accumulator. So if anyone's there, get your pens ready. So I'm going for a Tottenham win at home. Or away, sorry. Tottenham win away against Newcastle at 10-11. I'm going for Liverpool -1 against West Ham. I'm going for Chelsea to beat Huddersfield. And I'm going for Manchester City to beat Arsenal with over 1.5 goals. So that's done on the Paddy Power app. So as I said, Tottenham to win, Liverpool -1, Chelsea to win away at Huddersfield, and Manchester City to beat Arsenal and over 1.5 goals. A €10 stake there paid back 116.28, but I've used a free bet, so a €10 stake for me only pays back 106.28. So I'm going to hold it up to the screen there just so you guys can see the bet, just in case anybody wants to do it or copy it. There you go. I'll move it over here a little bit. So there you go. If anybody wants to copy the bet, that is the accumulator we're doing this week. If that comes up, obviously we'll put the money to one side and keep it for the charity and put it towards the pot at the end of the season. If anybody hasn't heard it or anybody wants me to stick it up later on, just let me know. But that's the ACA that we're putting. We're going to do one every Friday, and we're going to give any winnings that we have to a charity at the end of the season. Or maybe we'll do it over two parts of the season, do it in December and do it at the end. But yeah, that's it. It was Dave's idea. I promised him I'd do it. So we do have it up, buddy. Milner might do a Batman, said Dave. Apparently Fabinho was a doubt. My midfield three would be Hendo, Gini and Cato, with Shaqiri to come on for Gini in the last half hour. That would be mine as well. That would be exactly mine. Imagine, as I said, we spoke about this time and time again, but imagine you're a defence, you're tiring, first game of the season, you're only just back. You had a tough pre-season, but you've been holding off Liverpool, you're 1 down or something, your legs are fucking knackered. You see the substitute board go up, You see Gini Wijnaldum perhaps going off for something. Who's this coming on? Shaqiri, and he's like a pain in your fucking arse. He just won't go away. He's everywhere. He's picking up balls. He's running at defenders. He's looking in behind. He's doing everything. You can't mark him. You can't keep up with him. What do? You foul him. You bring him down. You get booked. The Reds keep possession. Still 1-0 to Liverpool. You're going to have to step out eventually. You're going to have to look forward to try and get that equaliser. And then what do? Shaqiri picks out Salah in behind his 2-0. It's all over. There you go. That's what's going to happen. That's what teams are going to be up against this season when we have Shaqiri coming off the bench. A bit optimistic with that one there, man. Basically after coming up with a scenario that may well not happen, but fuck it, why not? Let's be positive on here. My screen name is pronounced Tybok, says Mr. Tybok. What else have we got? Millie strikes me as an old school player. He'll want to play. I've no doubt that he'll want to play. I fully agree with you there. Milner doesn't fuck about. Bit of Ribena on the head, he'd be grand. Not a bother on him. Cobra said, thanks for the blue spanner. Didn't even notice. Our pleasure, buddy. Thank you for coming in here every night and being awesome. Joseph penalties and De Gea bailing them out. Or bailing them out, excuse me. Typical. I think you meant to put Jose there, but autocorrect probably fucked you over because, as somebody mentioned last night, I don't know why it's called autocorrect because it's forever wrong. So Rocco is going for 1-1 for City and Arsenal, 3-1 for Liverpool, and Tottenham to win 1-0. Or is that, I don't know, see Tottenham, you have Tottenham at home there, but they're away, so I don't know what the 0-1 is if you're getting Newcastle for a win. Jan Joa said, United scared no one today. I actually thought they would be better even with some players out. Sanchez lost the ball or mispassed absolutely every single ball except the one for Lukaku. United 5th, 6th. Do you know what you're talking about? That ball to Lukaku and that miss. That miss for Lukaku, that fucking cabbage. If he had scored there, I'd have won €425. I stuck money on him to score as soon as he came on. And the big waste of space missed, an absolute sitter. They won't do shit, so I'm not worried, said Joseph. Who needs TV when you've got chat like this? Said Tybok. You're fucking right, mate. You don't need TV. Don't worry about TV. TV is always going to be there. We're only on here a couple of hours a night. You only get to come on here and have a chat with your mates a couple of hours a night. Guys, as Dave said earlier on, do keep an eye out. anfieldagenda.com is not too far away. Dave got a sneaky look at it by the sounds of things, so it might be up there already. Connor may be actually working on it, but anfieldagenda.com will be launched this weekend, so you'll be able to go on there, set up your membership, jump into the chat room, and we're working on a couple of little special things as well that we're going to have on there. May not be there from the start, but we are working on a few special little things. And there's also something that we want to do long term. I think I spoke about this last night. Ideally, we want to have an Anfield Agenda app. That's the way we're looking to go forward here. Whether we do it or not, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Connor has to look into the tech side of it. I don't know if anybody in our chat or anyone that watches the stream would be able to help us out on that one. May have background knowledge of it because it's something we're not too sure of. But an Anfield Agenda app is definitely the target for us. To have everything under one simple little app. Podcasts, links to YouTube videos, all our chat, everything ready to go in one app. That's where we're going to end. That's where we're going to end this little journey, guys. That's where we're going to get to. So that's the plan anyway. I hope you can stick with us long enough because I don't know how long it'll take us to get there. But as I said, anfieldagenda.com will be ready to go this weekend. Cameron said, how lucky are Man United? To be fair tonight, mate, I don't really feel they were that lucky to an extent. I mean, yes, they got a penalty after 75 seconds, but it was a fair penalty, to be fair. Like, they didn't get it. It wasn't a dodgy one. There was one incident with Eric Bailly, actually. I think it might have been on Iheanacho. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not 100%, but he looked like he may have shoved him out of the way. Could have been a possible penalty, but you know what? Like, this is just the start of it. We know what United do. They'll get 10 more of these type of results throughout the season because that's what Jose does. He just grinds out results. Cobra said Leicester did play a bit of a blinder tonight. I was very impressed with them for a team that's after getting rid of Mahrez, that didn't really have Jamie Vardy. I thought James Maddison was excellent, really, really good. He definitely looks like he has a bright future. Excuse me. It's pronounced Chow Han. So there you go, Chow Han. Perfect. Thank you for that one. That makes it so much easier. See, just a bit of phonetic spelling like that helps his baldy. Do you figure it out? So Chowhan, thank you, mate. So Lubac is going for Liverpool 3-1. Genie, Salah and Trent to score. Sideman Rock says he'll be back in a minute. No bother, buddy. Take your time, sir. I'm going to go 4-1 versus West Ham. Salah by 2. Mane and Wijnaldum for Cobra. Crosby Red says they may get 1 goal, but we'll beat them convincingly. I think you're right. I hope we keep a clean sheet. It would be lovely for Alisson to keep a clean sheet on his competitive debut for the Reds. I've no doubt the atmosphere inside that stadium is going to be absolutely rocking. I really, really think it's going to be brilliant in there. I'm so jealous I'm not going to the game. Anybody that is going, I've no doubt you're going to have an amazing time. Make sure you're part of the atmosphere. Make sure you're singing your lungs up. I don't need to tell you that. You guys know it already. My parents are disappointed in me. Said it'll be 2-0 or 2-1. Amador Red said 3-1 to us. El Chapo said, evening everybody. Leicester should have at least been taking a point there tonight. I agree. I do agree. They had enough of the ball. They had enough chances to create to get another goal out of that game. But being fair, United should have been home and clear when Lukaku missed that sitter as well. Craig, did you see how Fred kicked a Leicester City player at the back of the legs when a player wasn't near the ball? Should have been sent off. I did see that, Sean, but what pissed me off about that even more, Sean, was the commentary about it. So rather than say, oh look, Fred kicked out with a player there, they were trying to say, oh no, he just didn't see the player. He was watching the ball as he flicked out at the back of somebody's legs with the ball nowhere near him. Even fucking Carragher was saying it, and it was doing my head in. You're right, it was a blatant kick out. Whether it was a red card or not, that's not for me to decide. But it was definitely a petulant little kick out there. But of course, nothing would happen over that. Nothing. Bailly clearly fell to Iheanacho, said Junior. And that's the incident I was talking about. Hand on the shoulder and then leaned into him and pushed him out. Might Stu play on Sunday, said Greg. Stu? Am I being dense here, Stu? I'm missing this one, mate. Sorry. Junior said, I thought Slabhead was really good with the ball. The thing that I like about Harry Maguire, apart from the fact like he's a good old defender, is that he's always looking to step out with the football. He's always looking to step into the opposing team's half and create an opportunity and set an attack up. And that's, for me, one of his best attributes. Junior said, do you ever go to the GAA, Craig? I don't, buddy. It's not my thing. Lots and lots of my friends are crazy about it, but it's not for me, really. I watch Dublin. I always want them to do well, but nah, I'm not going to claim to be a big GAA fan. It definitely isn't for me. Craig, how do you think Liverpool will cope with the atmospheric ground like Wolves, Cardiff and Norwich? How do I think they'll cope? I think they'll be sound. Liverpool are used to playing hostile environments, mate. If you're a footballer, you want to be thriving in those environments. If you go to an away ground and you're being booed and you're being hissed and you're being harassed, you know you're doing something right. They're only fucking doing it because they're worried. So I think I have no problem whatsoever. And it's great to have these clubs back up. Cardiff, I'm not that fond of, if I'm being honest. Wolves, brilliant to have them back in the Premier League. Norwich, Norwich are a good side, but they're not going to be up. They're not going to be in the Premier League this season, so I don't think we'll have to worry about them, mate, in the Championship. Maguire did play well, got caught out of position for Lukaku, but thankfully Big Lummox spaffed it. Not thankfully for me. Fucker would have won me a shit ton of money if he scored that. Big useless plank. What was Jamie Carragher saying, and why is he defending a United player? There was a kick out, a petulant kick out by Fred at one of the, it may have been Madison, at one of the Leicester City players, that they were all trying to say was because he was trying to win the ball even though the ball was nowhere near and the player was already gone, and he was just kicking him. Like, it was a blatant kick out. Oh, Sturridge, sorry. Yeah, defo, I'd have no problem with Sturridge starting, mate, if that's where we were going. Sorry. I am a bit dense at times, so Sturridge, I'd have no problem with Sturridge playing. And if it meant Sturridge playing through the centre and perhaps maybe playing as a 2 actually, and perhaps dropping Mane a little bit deeper, then so be it. But yeah, I'd have no problem with Sturridge playing. He knows where the net is, and if Sturridge is playing, I'd almost guarantee you that he's going to score. What do you think the starting lineup will be for Sunday, said Joseph. So, Joseph, I am going to go with Alisson. We can all agree on that one. I'm going to go for Trent because I think he's young, he's fresh. He didn't play much of the World Cup, so I think, and he was back a little bit sooner than Hendo, so I'm going to go for Trent. I'm going to go for Virgil van Dijk. The way things are looking with our centre-backs, it might well be Nate Phillips. If Fabinho's fit, then you never know, maybe Fabinho will drop back. But I'm going to go with Nate Phillips. Left back, obviously, Robbo. Midfield, Gini Wijnaldum. Again, it depends if Fabinho's fit. I'm going to say he isn't fit, just to play on the safe side. In that case, I'm going to probably see Keita in there. And then it's a matter of, do we go a bit more defensive with Jordan Henderson, or as somebody pointed out, do you go balls out and go for Sheridan Shaqiri? I reckon we'll probably go a little bit more defensive for the start of the game, so I'm going to say Henderson. So we'll go with a Henderson, Keita, Gini trio, with possibly Shaqiri to come on after 60, and then the front three being the front three. But I wouldn't at all be upset if Sturridge was in that lineup somewhere. Fight Nation said, Craig, mate, do you think Danny Ings will do well at Gillingham? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. He might do well at Gillingham, mate. Yeah, he could do. Yeah, he probably will. He's at Southampton, as I said, and I'm getting bored of you now, so I'm going to have to say adios, because your stupidity is boring me. Play Masterson, the Irish Cara, said Tristan. There you go. Why not? I think maybe at this point, young Nate Phillips is a little bit ahead of him, but obviously got a lot of faith in Masterson, and Klopp seems to think very highly of him as well. When I've seen him speaking about Masterson, Conor Masterson, he's had nothing but good things to say. Although he's hardly going to slate any of his own players, is he? Good now that Chelsea have the record price for a goalkeeper. The pressure will be off Alisson, says Tybok. Great. We spoke about this last night, myself and Charlie, when we were on. It's brilliant. It takes all the pressure off and places it firmly on the shoulder of a young 23-year-old goalkeeper. I'm nowhere near Alisson now. Alisson can just go about his business, happy as you like. It's great to see. Evan Guest said, good to see you, buddy. Do you reckon Bobby or Daniel Sturridge starts on Sunday, by the way, Sunday? Although, maybe whatever part of the world you're in, you could be miles behind hours-wise, I don't know, but it's a Sunday kick-off, 1:30 UK time. Kind of think while Bobby is still building up his match fitness, that Klopp might reward Sturridge for having such a good pre-season. I originally, before the guys came back 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have said Daniel Sturridge would start. But he's after playing Firmino in the last couple of pre-season friendlies, and he's looked fine. So I'm going to think that he sticks with Firmino personally, buddy. Nat Phillips was offering from the under-23 squad today versus Brighton, which means that he's going to be in the squad versus West Ham on Sunday. He was always going to be in the squad, to be fair. Particularly with the amount of outs that we have. It's just a matter of will he start. But good spot, and I like that you noticed that today, Junior. I watched the first half of the under-23 games against Brighton. I thought Chiravella was excellent, by the way. Really thought he was really, really good. And Grabara, I'm sure you watched it as well, Junior, but Grabara made an excellent save. And in the first 10 minutes, a really good save down to his left. Dave said, if Liverpool ever build a new stand, it should be called the 96 stand. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's not my place to say either, to be fair. Look to the future is more what I'd be saying. Look to the future. We have the King Kenny Dalglish stand, which is very well deserved. Obviously we have the Cobb as well, but I don't know. I'd be one for looking to the future. I know you always have to respect the past, and of course we do, but look to the future. What's that one? Oh, via Anfield Edition on Twitter. How do you think the newly promoted teams will do? Said Joseph. I think obviously Wolves have done fucking great business, so they're not going anywhere. Top 10 for Wolves. Fulham, again, 100 million or so spent, I believe. So really good business. Getting Sarri in is one of the pieces of business of the summer. How on earth they managed to get him is unbelievable. Again, I think they're probably going to finish somewhere between 10th and 14th, maybe in that area. It's Cardiff for me are going straight back down. I just can't see that they have enough to stay up, personally. Should be called the Justice Stand, said Wrigley Mick. how do you think Manu will cope in the Champions League this year? Plus, congrats on 3,000 subs, said Zilly Zilp. Again, probably mispronounced that one. Firstly, thank you, mate. We're over the moon to have hit 3,000 subs. It's brilliant. Can't believe we did it so quickly. Mane in the Champions League, he'll do like he did last year. He'll tear it up. I think we're going to see great numbers, and somebody predicted we're going to get 20 across the front three. Each player is going to easily hit 20 goals this season. I'm predicting a good season for Mane. I think that number 10 will give him a lift, bit more confidence. He looked great in pre-season as well in the games he played. So yeah, I think he'll do very well. I think the club will do very well in the Champions League. I keep saying that we're set up for that competition. We're really, really good and really dangerous in that competition, and the pace of our counter attack as well is phenomenal. So yeah, I think he'll do good, as will the rest of the team. Dennis said, "Alright Craig, I'm back with my son. Good evening guys, welcome to you both. Great to have you back again. Wolves will get the Europa League," said Junior. You know what, you're thinking along similar lines to Charlie. Junior, mate, Charlie thinks the same thing. For me, I just don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. It could happen, but for them to get there, are they pushing aside Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs maybe? They're getting in with is somebody going to win the FA Cup perhaps and get them in the 7th position or something? I don't know, but it wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing in the world, but it would be one hell of an achievement if they did do it, like even with the money spent. Wolves are being overhyped, said my parents are disappointed in me. A lot of people saying hello to Dennis and his son as well, which is always lovely to see. Liverpool or Man City, said this is football. Look, I've got to be honest, like I always try to be on here. Man City are favourites for me going into this season. It'll take something unbelievable from Liverpool to take the title off them. We are capable of producing something unbelievable, but if I was putting £100 down now, I'd probably edge my bet towards Manchester City as much as I want it to be Liverpool. I have to be honest. I've promised I'll never come on here and tell lies. That's how I'd feel if I was to have a gun put to my head. Rocco said Wolves will probably finish 8th to 11th, Fulham maybe 10th to 13th. It'll be called a Diet Chav stand. Well, there you go. I mean, there you go. That's it. It's simple. It's named now. There's no need to even look it up anymore. Diet Chav stand. Job done. Easy. Dubak's nailed it there. Just pass that on to the club, mate, will you? Actually, touching on that, guys, I'm not aware if you guys know this, but recently I had a bit of an issue with the club. I ordered some kits on there a couple of different times over the summer, but in particular the latest issue was around ordering a kit for Lucas, my son. There was problems with the online ordering system. I don't know if you'd seen my posts on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account. I got a bit pissed off about it, if I'm being honest. It was driving me insane. Eventually I got contacted by the football club. So firstly I was reached out to by, what's the guy's name? I remember his first name all the time, but I can never remember his second name, so bear with me. Chris Jennings. So Chris Jennings is the head of the online marketing team, I believe. No, let me just get that right as well. So yeah, I think he's the head of the retail marketing or something like that. So he got in contact with me and we started a bit of back and forth about what happened and what they could do, and he started looking into it. I also got a couple of emails from Peter Moore, which was really, really nice of him, really kind of him to take the time out to touch base and email me and let me know that things are going to be looked into. So I got an email back from Chris today, and look, needless to say, the club have gone out of their way to resolve this situation and hopefully fix it for future fans who are using the site. They're aware of the issues that were there, they're working on them, and they know exactly what the issues seem to be. So fingers crossed they sort them out and other fans don't have to go through the issues that we did, and I know other people have. It wasn't just us. I'm aware other people have had them, and I must stress this is nothing to do with the ticket ordering system. It's got nothing to do with that. This was purely just going online to buy kits from the club store. Chris has reached out to me and they've given us a couple of gestures of goodwill to apologise. I don't feel it's my place to disclose that information because it was a private and confidential email, so I don't feel it's right for me to say what they were. But yeah, so thank you to the club. Thank you for addressing the issues. And for us, this was always about trying to stop other fans from going through the same issues that we've gone through. And it seems like that won't be the case, hopefully, going forward. So thank you to Peter Moore and Chris Jennings for reaching out and sorting that one out for us. I wonder is Kebab on here tonight. Do you know what? I'm sure Gark is on there now with his little Gark pecker out, giving it a little Gark stroke. Happy as you like. Mammy in the corner going, "It's okay, my little Garky. He's going to be alright tonight." He's going to be giving it the full Jose, 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 Jose. Even though the other day he was on saying, "Jose out, fuck Jose, this isn't good enough. I'm not doing a stream tonight. I'm sulking because we didn't sign a centre back." I've no doubt he's on there tonight, giving it the full on. "The Scousers will be hating this. Ha 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 ha. We're back. We're the best. Pogba this, Pogba that." Good old Gark. Good old Gark. You can't beat a bit of Gark. Nabil Fakir's back in. Good evening, sir. Not much happening these days. You're staying over in Leon by the looks of things. Welcome. Welcome back into the chat. Junior said Cardiff, Huddersfield and Brighton are getting relegated. Cardiff, Huddersfield, Brighton. Cardiff, Huddersfield, Brighton. Yep, I probably agree with those three. That's a good shout. Probably going to have those three as well. So good shout, Junior. How did the Red Shy do today? They won, unfortunately, 2-1. In the most Man United style game of ever. It was just typical Manchester United. They kind of flattered to deceive. They got over the line. They got the win. But look, it's about putting points on the board early in the season, and they've done it. So fuck them. Hiya Craig, I'm back, said Sideman. Pepper Red said cool to have Nabil back in. Ian Turlington is in. Good evening, Ian. He said good evening to everybody in the chat. I just think the centre back scenario Liverpool need to improve, especially as you play very attacking with the full backs that we have. Lovren often has a mistake in them. It is a good point. We are often exposed when our full backs push forward, and maybe that's where we're going to see Fabinho be a bit of a solution. Maybe if our fullbacks are bombing on, we're going to see Fabinho step back. So drop in, split the centre backs, make a back three almost, and try and cut out any counter attacks that may happen if we turn over possession. Tristan said, "How many goals do you think Salah will score this season, and can he get the golden boot again?" I think it's a tough one because I don't want to put too much pressure on the dude. But last season was amazing, clearly. But I've no doubt that Mo feels that he can do those numbers again or break them. So if he can hit 30 goals across all competitions this year, for me that's a great season. I don't know if he can win the golden boot. It depends how the likes of Harry Kane and the other centre forwards hit the ground running. I don't know, mate. I don't want to put too much pressure on him. I wouldn't be too upset if Mane won it or if Firmino won it. It's about us getting the collective amount of goals that we need. So if it's not down to one player, then so be it. It's all about the team. So if Mo can do it, brilliant. I've no doubt he has the ability to do it. He showed that last season, but I wouldn't be going in trying to put too much pressure on the lad. Just let him go and do his thing, and we'll see where we are from there. Czech has set the captain Arsenal against Manchester City. Leno isn't even good enough to start. Junior. The Raptor said, "Nabil Fekir, can I have my Liverpool top back now, please?" Luke Skywalker said, "I don't know which team, but someone's going to get a spanking from us, 7 or 8. And I think you're right. We did it a few times last year. Was it 2 or 3 occasions last year we banged in 7? Did we do it to Maribor? We did it to was it Spartak Moscow? I think we did it once more, if memory serves me correct. We did give a lot of spankings out last year, Luke. So yeah, you're probably right. I think Chelsea will do well, 80 to 85 points, said Lubac. What do you guys think it's going to take this season to win the Premier League? So give me your points total that you think whoever wins the Premier League is going to have to hit to win it. For me, I think Liverpool, it's asking a lot, but I think our aim has to be somewhere around 90 points. If we can hit somewhere around 90 points, then surely to God we're going to be there or thereabouts. And look, people can say Manchester City got over the 100-point mark last season. That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I would be fucking amazed if they did that again this season. But for us, I think we have to be aiming for 90 points. If we can hit 90 points, then we're going to be in the conversation. Wrigley Mick says, "I can't get the short sleeve pink goalkeeper's kit anywhere for my daughter's birthday. Cracking hard to get one." What size is she, Mick? I'll have a look on a few sites for you, buddy. What size is she, and how much time have we got to play around with for your daughter's birthday? I do know that the official club store anyway have sold out of some shirts, because as I said last night, I ordered the purple one for myself, but I was fully aware now when ordering that it wasn't available till next week, that they weren't getting the stock in. I mean, that was made clear on the website, so I ordered knowing that. But for your daughter, mate, let us know what size and how long have we got to play around with here to get the kit, and you know, we'll have a look and see if there's anything we can do or any shops we know of, mate. I mean, we're always here to help if we can. So guys, where are we? We're 45 minutes in. Firstly, thank you so much for getting us to 3,000 subscribers. It's fucking unbelievable. Myself and Connor had a call today and we couldn't believe it. Connor was so happy, and he apologises at not being able to get on tonight, but with the website needing to be launched before the weekend, he's working his ass off to get it done. I mean, he hasn't had time to stop. He's been working on the website. So again, thank you to Connor for that. If you're watching and this is your first time joining us, you're very welcome. Thank you for taking the time to have a watch. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, guys. All the guys in here that have already subscribed and that are joined in the chat here, take 2 seconds there, guys. Just hit that thumbs up button. I've explained before that helps us to get suggested to other users. We've only got 2 days left, less than 2 days in a matter of fact, about a day and a half, for people to enter the competition to win one of 5 Liverpool home shirts. So look, the easiest way to do it now, if I'm being honest, go over to the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, at Anfield Agenda. So just to get at Anfield Agenda, go over to the Twitter account, follow that. There's a pinned tweet on our account that explains everything. It tells you where to go, what to do. There's even a link there for you to click on. Go on there, do that, retweet that pinned tweet, and you'll automatically go into a draw to win 2 of those 5 shirts. But as I said, we're giving them away on Sunday after the West Ham game. Everything's included, postage, packaging, no matter where you are in the world. It's open to absolutely everybody. And that's with a massive thank you to our friends at soccerlord.se. They've been really helpful to us on this one. They've really helped us out. So soccerlord.se. If you want to jump on there and have a look at their kits and what they have available, you can put in the code AAMC at checkout. So that's Alpha Mike Charlie, all uppercase, and get a 10% discount off anything on the site whatsoever. I've said before, I can verify, I can vouch for the site. I've ordered lots of stuff off it. Charlie was in here last night. He's saying he recently just got the Liverpool kit from it. Delighted with his order. So 10% off, put in AAMC, and there you go, 10% off. The stuff on there is really well priced. Have a look. Let me know what you think. If anyone does order, when you get it, let me know how you feel. If you're happy with your order. The guy that runs it, Peter, he's a lovely guy. Does great business as well. They do really well. Very popular site. So soccerlord.se. Have a look on there, and I hope you guys like the stuff. Also, with relation to the stuff behind me, the cartoons, I've said this before. A good friend of ours, Dave, does them. Soccercartoon.co.uk, or it's a football cartoon. Again, I fucking always forget this, and Dave's gonna kill me for it. But I think it's footballcartoon.co.uk. Let me just get a site up here. It is footballcartoon.co.uk. So Dave makes all these brilliant cartoon images behind us. He's also sending us over some to give out to you guys as prizes. And he's going to send me some updated ones to put on the wall behind me here. So we've lots of stuff we're trying to do. We've got the website launching. We've got all our podcasts coming up. Lots and lots of content. 2 brand new videos up on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel today from our very own Raptor. One of them, have a look at it. I mean, the dude is just class. The editing of the video as well is quality. And then Jack Gill, a young man who's just joined Anfield Agenda. You're going to see lots and lots of Jack going forward. Jack's going to be on our podcast. Jack's going to make more videos. He did a preview of the West Ham game. So there's good reason to subscribe if you are watching, because there's a shit ton of content coming up. You'll get it all 100% free by just hitting that subscribe button. Incredible football, said Craig. Didn't you get like 70 subscribers in 10 minutes yesterday? That's mental growth. We did. It was nuts. It was a mad period. We got, the other day we were doing the watch along of the Torino game. And during the 2 hours of that game, we got 247, something like that, subscribers during that game, which was crazy. I said this before, I never realised how difficult it was to grow a YouTube channel. I've grown Twitter accounts before, Facebook pages, and it was relatively easy. There's a system you can fall into there where you can help grow the accounts. You can sort out. There's a few kind of cheaty ways of doing it as well. But YouTube, when we started YouTube, Connor said, Craig, don't think this is like Twitter or Facebook, buddy, because you're not going to get those numbers. And I was like, fuck you, don't be silly, Connor. We'll be grand, buddy. We'll be flying in no time. And then a month went by, and I was like, do you know what? This dude's right, bro. We're not at 1,000 yet. We're really pushing to get to 1,000. So we got to 1,000, and I appreciated that 1,000 because I realised how hard it was to get there. And then between the 1,000 mark and now, it's somewhere like 6 weeks, and we're after picking up another 2,000 subscribers, which is it's crazy. And I appreciate, and Connor appreciates, and all the guys appreciate every single one of them. So from the bottom of all of our hearts, we keep saying it, but we mean it. Thank you. And this is your channel. It's not our channel. It's your channel. We're a community channel. We're going to push on together, and we're going to take over the motherfucking world together, folks. What was this one? Terrence Trent. Where is it gone? Where is it gone? Lubac said he thinks City would hit 90 points. Upper 80s for Amada Red. Rocco thinks City will get 89 points. Liverpool on 85. Sideman Rock said 95 points for Liverpool and will win the league. That's a big ask. 95 points is a big ask. My parents are disappointed in me. Reckon between 89 and 93. King Ozzy said 90 points. Niall said 88 points. Squisms 90 points. Rocco 89 points for City. I think that's all the points I've gone through so far. Junior said, can see the title race going down to the last day. Oh mate, don't do that to me. Jesus Christ, I will be a basket case. Can you imagine being on here doing a watch along on the last day? It's down to it. So you've got City's game open on one channel, Liverpool's game on the other channel. Whether it's down to goal difference, whether we need a result, whatever the fuck it is, man, I don't know if I'll be able to watch that. I'll have to have a sick bucket beside me and a shit ton of tablets here or something, because I'd be off the wall. Jesus, man, there's no way I'd be able to cope with that. I'd be on here and I'd be just so yeah, I hope it doesn't come down to it. I hope we have it in the bag way before then. But if it does come down to it, it means we've done something right. So why not? Why not? Just don't want me to be on here doing that stream, because I'll be next to useless. Has to be just hope it's not like last year, said Joseph. We'll spank more teams than the average Tory MP does at Christmas. Boom. Wayne said, Craig, we watch Liverpool fans in Jamaica and we're very excited right now because we're going to win the league. Wayne, mate, I love the positivity, buddy. And hello to all you guys over there as well. I hope you're going to enjoy the season. Thank you for touching base with us. Keep in contact. Keep watching the channel. And let us know how you're getting on throughout the season. There's going to be some times, guys, where we're going to ask you guys to come on the post-match shows. Maybe we'll get you in on we say Skype, but we don't actually use Skype. We have a different system that we use. So we're going to ask some of you guys to come on here and give us your thoughts after games. That's what this post-match show is going to be about. It's one of the reasons as well why we want people to become members of the website. And I keep having to stress this, membership is 100% free. We're not trying to sell you that. You just have to put in your email address, create a password. So that will just allow us to bring people on and kind of verify that they aren't trolls. So you don't want people coming on here going, haha, you're all cunts, United! You know, you don't want that type of shit happening. So that's why we're asking people to become members and stuff, so we can get, you know, kind of weed out the trolls and shit and get the people on that we want to come on, the people on that want to share their Liverpool thoughts. So again, we're going to be doing that throughout the season, just to kind of make things more interactive with you guys and get as many of your opinions heard as we can. Damo said, wonder if the referee was tempted to shout, shut up Pogba, you're a bitch, after Pogba stamped his feet and threatened the screen. Did you see that? He really did do a little petulant little I get where you're coming from, Damo, because he certainly did do it, like, there's no denying it. Imagine winning the league with 96 points, that would be legendary, said Dave. It'd be something else. You'd still know those fucking pricks at Manchester City would go, you only won up with 96, we did 100. Yeah. You know what, mate, I don't care what anybody else says. If Liverpool win the league with fucking 82 points, I won't give a fuck. It's all about just winning the league. and getting that monkey off our back and the celebrations that will come when that happens, because I tell you what, it'd be like an orgy on here when we get that league title. It'd be unbelievable. I'll probably do like a 48-hour stream straight or something, just celebrating, just poppers going one after the other. It'll be amazing. I really, really hope we can do it, guys. Got about 5 minutes left in this stream, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to come straight back on, and we're going to go to what's called the late night stream, and that's going to be a little bit different. The late night stream is, again, it's going to be about the topics you want to talk about, but it's going to be my feature show going forward. It's going to be the show that I'm kind of going to build my little reputation on here, hopefully. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. This will be the first one. We'll do things that we do the way we do them, a little bit more fucked up than usual. So yeah, as I said, we've a few minutes left, but then I'm going to take a very quick break and come straight back on with another stream. So I hope you can join us for that one. I'll get through a few more comments before we head off. City will drop more points and it'll go all the way to the last day. That'll be my sweet spot, Dave. A lot of people saying hello to Pepper Red. If we can get 30 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses, 94 points would win us the league, said El Chapo. It certainly would, mate. 30 wins from 38 games though is it's a big ask. It is a big ask. Why does nobody think we can win the league, said Sideman Rocks. We all think we can win the league, mate. We're just trying to be realistic and say that it won't be easy. But we can definitely do it. We're definitely capable of doing it. Dave said, I hope City drop more points than a pub waiter on his first night. Wrigley Mick said, she's 14, mate, and I have till the 28th. I'm going to look around the smaller sites tomorrow as well. All the main ones should just be happy with any of them, so don't worry about it, Craig. Thanks anyway. Mate, if you're stuck, do let me know, Mick. If I can help in any way, I will, buddy. Let me know how you get on tomorrow. If you've no joy, you know where I am on Twitter. I think we followed each other on the Twitter account as well, my smaller one on there. So let me know if you're stuck, buddy, and I'll try my best to figure something out. I'll have a run around the shops around here as well to see if I can figure it out for you. Connor looks like a young Ed Sheeran, said Dave Trainer. That's a shout. So he looks like a young Ed Sheeran, but he has a Barry O'White voice. So he'll be all over that one, Dave. You've made Connor's fucking weekend there. We need to stop worrying, said Sideman Rocks. I hope Pogba goes on strike, said Lubac. Amadou Red said, love watching Pogba and Sanchez argue over who takes the penalty. They'll have some problems with ego this year. I didn't like seeing them arguing because I had money on fucking... I said this earlier on, but I had money as well on Sanchez to score, so I was hoping he took the penalty. I'd love to see Garrick's face if we win the league, said Antico. What have we got? I like the idea of having to put the kettle on break, says Amadou Red. Well, the reason behind it is that often if people are watching back our streams, they see it's a 2-hour stream and they go, fuck that. There's no way I'm going to watch a 2-hour stream. That's far too long. But if we do it, we break it up and it becomes 2 separate streams, then people are going to get a chance to go, oh, do you know what, that one's only an hour. We'll watch that one, and then maybe they won't watch the second one, but maybe somebody will watch the one that they like to look up more than the other. So that's the thought process behind it. So as I said, I'm going to knock off on this one now. I'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes. It'll be really quick. So thank you everyone who joined us on this stream. Keep an eye out for the late night stream, which is what it's going to be called, Late Night with Craig or something like that. I can't remember, but keep a lookout for that one. We'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. So thank you to everyone that joined this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Up the motherfucking Reds.